All right. Obviously, very thankful for that win. That was without a doubt. Hold your ball. Without a doubt, that was a gut-out win. It wasn't beautiful on our part. I thought we were really good defensively in segments. It's always so interesting with 7 guys. I'm learning so much. We get up 9, and we can't sub. So we faced that multiple times, and so the game was maybe a little closer than we had hoped. Give High Point a lot of credit for their improvement, how much they've improved, how much they're continuing to grow under Coach Smith, and we knew they would. And they've had a lot of really good games. They've played really well. Last week they played really well against Hampton right before we played them. So I wanted to walk you through that last sequence. They got the ball. I think there was how many seconds on the clock? We were up 3. Duncan hit 2 big free throws. We were up 3. Coach Smith got it to half court and called a timeout. It's way too early to foul. I think there was 18.2 seconds left. Way too early to foul. They ran a good play. One of the plays that we gave them in the huddle, they call it thumbs down, or we call it thumbs down. It's a ball screen, dive the post, lift the shooter. And Dede was right there. He did a great job. He was right there on top of the shot, contested the shot, and was it John Michael? Hit a really, really nice shot. We call timeout under 9 seconds. Learned that from Eddie Fogler. I looked at the clock. It was 9.7. I can call timeout under 2 minutes, and so many times it almost came out of my mouth, timeout, timeout. But when I saw Flan get to the top of the key with 5 seconds, I thought he was going to drive. And obviously he felt different, hit just a big-time shot. I want to make sure that we send that into Sports Center. That's got to be a top 10 play. You don't see that very often with a guy with 9 seconds dribble down and step into a three-point shot and make it like that. And that's what Flanders does. That's what Flanders does. And we were going to put the ball in his hands, whether we called it a timeout or not. We were going to put the ball in his hands. And it's just with 9 seconds, the floor is broken. I know they would have gone to, if we'd have called timeout, they'd have gone to the 2-2-1 press, back to the 3-2 zone, and the floor is broken a little bit. We got it in bounds quickly, and Flan made a great play. I thought our guys played really, really hard, played together. We're very connected. I can't tell you how impressed I am with this group. Was that our 4th game in 8 days? 8 days. I mean, that's tough. That's tough. And they were tired before the game, and we prayed over them for about 5 minutes. Philip did, and just the energy that they played with, particularly the last 10 minutes, is unbelievable, just unbelievable. And so very, very proud. We needed that. Keeps us in contention for a top 5, we can still finish in the top of the league and get a bye in the tournament, which is our goal. I thought last year that early round game hurt us in the semifinals. So that's my opening statement.
What can you just say about the grit of this team and being able to overcome adversity in that final 10 minutes, like you said?
It's just who they are. It is just who they are. I mean, I've said it all along. It starts with Flan and Dede and Nate. It starts in shoot-around. They're energetic in pregame meal. They're energetic on the bus. They're just a resilient, tough-minded group. They've never complained one time. We haven't practiced in a month. Been practicing a month. And these guys are still executing at a very high level, making some mistakes because we're not getting tons of repetitions, but they are a gritty, tough tough group. And they have grinded out to 7-7 in the league and are 6-5 since we've gotten down to that many players. And all of them tough, and just very impressed with their character, life lessons they'll remember this year the rest of their lives. When they run into a bump, as a husband, as a father, as an employee, they'll remember this year the rest of their life that they can do it. They can do it.
Flame, what went through your mind going up to that final shot? I mean, can you retrace it back, or did you black out?
Kind of a little bit of both. When he made the shot, I was like, oh my goodness, couldn't believe he made that over Dede because he was right in front of his face. But I didn't think coach was going to call a timeout because we work on in game a lot in practice. So I just got the ball in, and they kept backing up, and allowed me to walk into the three. So just made the shot.
How
I
about
think maybe they were thinking you were going to go.
Yeah, they knew I was
Sure.
going to drive. They knew I was going to
I
drive.
think you just kind of
Yeah.
caught them off guard.
Yeah, it's smart.
You
Cut.
didn't have a great. You didn't. I'm not trying to be critical, but you didn't have a great night shooting the ball. What does it say about your confidence that you can struggle a little bit with the jump shot, but then be the one that wants to take that shot at the end?
Well, Coach always tells us it's not going to fall every night. Some games you're going to have bad games. I mean, I done played basketball a long time. I done had a lot of bad games. And all I wanted to do was affect the game some type of other way. Rebounds, assists, try to get my guys open, try to get my guys together, lead each other, lead my guys. So any way I could affect the game, if it's not scoring, if it's not rebounding, that's what I want to do to make us get a win.
Nate, what can you say about your performance? I mean, I've watched you for 2 years, and you are a designated jump shooter. Go out there and jack it up. And you struggled in some games, but tonight you just looked more in rhythm. It just looked like the first one you made, you shot it in rhythm. And does that play a part, just getting in rhythm and just your guys trusting you to give you the ball and let you take those shots?
Yes, that's big for me. Like, Coach been trying to tell me, like, keep shooting, Nate. We need you to shoot. Sometimes I even hesitate because I'm, like, hitting shots, but the guys believe in me. They keep telling me to shoot. Don't give up. That's what you do. You just keep doing it.
I told him every time he's open and he doesn't shoot, I was going to take him out, but I can't do that anymore. So we just leave him in. And he took gutsy shots tonight, and his teammates want him to shoot. I mean, he is a prolific shooter, and he'll go through drills and hit 25 in a row. And we need him to shoot more, and we want him to shoot more and take some pressure off Dede and Flan and Ty, and it just really, really helps. Hey, let's say something about Duncan, too. That was a big offensive rebound, and then to step up and hit 2 free throws to give us a 2-point lead instead of a 1-point lead is very significant in now what High Point has to do. Whether they, now they got to shoot a 3, and your chances of winning are much greater even though they hit one. And I mean, let's a bunch of gutsy effort, but I mean, Flan at 21 and 15 again, and I've said it over and over. If he's not the most productive player in the United States of America, total stat line, it will not take long to call roll. I mean, he has performed at a level that has it's been amongst the best in the country, and I want him to be recognized for that. And I used to say those lines about Sa Nimley, and that Sa Nimley, if he wasn't the best point guard in the country, then it wouldn't take long to call roll. And if Flan isn't the most productive player in the country, it will not take long to call roll. It will not. There isn't 5, 6 guys more productive than him, and sometimes we take that for granted and just get used to, well, that's just Flan. He's going to get 25 and 15. That's hard to do, and to play 40 minutes again and again and again and again, it's impossible. And so we thank God for his ability, and we recognize that Flan is being blessed right now, and his efforts need to be recognized.
Flan, the little pregame ceremony, get that basketball. Just what does that mean to you?
There's a weird story about this one. I didn't even know I was close to 1,000 points the last game. My dad called me the night before. He was like, "Yeah, in Longwood they said you was 37 points away." And I was like, "From what?" He was like, 1,000 points. I was like, "Wow, I did not know that," because I missed half of the season last year. And I mean, it's just a blessing, man. Like y'all saw last game, I was just focused on the game when they called it out. But it's just a blessing, man. I just thank God for it, and I just want to continue to help my guys win, help the team.
Barkley, you got, what, 4 left?
Got 4 left. We got 2 on the road, 2 at home, and we got to get.
You're in position. I mean,
We are.
where you want to be.
We are. We want to be in that top 5. We don't want to play in that. But if we need to, we will. If we need to, we will. We'll play whenever they allow us to play. But these guys keep giving themselves a chance. And Saturday's admittedly hard. I mean, we play in 44 hours in Asheville. And so these guys are going to gut one of those out, and they're going to get one of those coming up. And Asheville's playing great. Coach Morrell, in my opinion, has done maybe the best job in the Big South this year to go from the number of wins he has to where he has his team right now. And it's a really difficult matchup for us, the way they play. But I guarantee you we're going to play hard. We're going to get there, and these guys are going to give everything they have. And I've enjoyed Charleston recognizing these guys. I've had more comments about this team than I've ever had about a team in my 15 years at Charleston Southern. I've had more emails and texts and phone calls about the toughness and how proud that Buck Nation is with the toughness and the determination and the class and the grittiness of this team. And I think you can tell by our crowds that people are anxious to come see us play. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited what we can build from this, and we feel really blessed right now. Very, very thankful Flan hit that shot. ESPN Top 10, here we come.